Good evening, everyone. My name is Cornell Lowe. I'm a sophomore at Delaware State University, and I have a major of criminal justice. And today, I just want to take some time to talk about my journey through the class that I took called Rhetoric and Speech. And it's my first speech class that I've ever took. And I hope by sharing my journey that I'll be able to inspire those who might be nervous or not used to speaking in front of large crowds of people, to learn how to get through it and how to get through those struggles and become a better speaker. So today I'm going to be talking about the major activities that we did in this class, the takeaways that I've gotten from those activities, and the skills that I've learned and how I will apply that to my future. Now, first, let's talk about some of the major activities that we did in this class. Those activities that resonated with me the most out of all the activities that we did. So the first speech that we did in this class, it was a bag and 3-item speech. So for this, we had to choose a bag that was meaningful to us and then put 3 items inside the bag that was also meaningful to us. So for that, I chose a bag that was given to me from the high school that I graduated from. And the 3 items that I put inside of my bag was a pen from an organization that I'm in on campus. I actually included a video game controller and a tie that I've gotten from my father. Another activity that resonated me with most was the persuasive speech that we did in class as well. For this speech, we had to research a controversial ethical topic and write about it and try to persuade the audience to choose a side that we were talking about. And for that, I chose to write my speech on the gun laws here in the state of Delaware. Now, the takeaways from those 2 activities that I discussed. So for my bag and 3-item speech, that was the first speech that I did in this class, and I learned a lot. Before doing that speech, I was super nervous because I wasn't really a big speaker, especially in front of large crowds of people. I was nervous. I was fumbling through all the items that I had. I wasn't really maintaining good enough eye contact with all the audience, and that really set the standard for it. It gave me like how much stuff that I needed to work on based off of that speech. When I went to reflected on it, how much work that I need to accomplish throughout this course. That gave me like a idea of what I needed to do. For the persuasive speech, this speech I had to do a lot of research for, because I didn't really know much about the gun laws in Delaware, and I spent more time doing the research for the speech instead of practicing for it. And this ended up, when I gave this speech, I had to look back at my outline many times. I forgot my places. I didn't practice. Like, to be honest, I didn't practice enough as I should have. Because of all the research that I was doing. So those 2 speeches really taught me a lot and made me realize what exactly I needed to focus on and what I needed to excel in, what I needed to do to excel when giving speeches. But from those, I learned a lot of skills from that. I learned how to practice. One of the most important things is to practice. The more I practiced the speeches that I gave in class, the more clear, the more I was able to remember the things I was going to say, the more extemporaneous it was. I didn't have to keep looking back at my outline. All my speeches were, as long as I practiced it, I knew exactly what I was saying. And it's also lessened the nervousness that I've had because of I practiced. So I knew exactly what I was going to say. I wasn't nervous at all. Practice makes perfect, really. I also learned about having a 5-point introduction. Before this class, I thought before you start off a speech, you just introduce yourself. That's it, and then just talk about what you're going to talk about in your speech. But there's way more to it. Of course, introduce yourself, also to establish that credibility, and also explain why does your speech matter to people as well. Because if they're not going to listen to you, if your speech is not going to matter to them. So that's one of the most important things that I learned in the introduction, and I included that in all of my speeches that I have. Also learn how to take my time. When I'm speaking in front of a large group of people, I get nervous, and I start to speed up, and this made my speeches go by faster, and I wasn't meeting the estimated time, like the required time that we had to meet for our speeches. So I learned how to slow down and say my words, get my thoughts together, and so I'm not rushing, fumbling over words and everything. In conclusion, taking this class has helped me become a better speaker, I would say. I gained a lot of knowledge and experience for this. I will be taking this, I'm a sophomore now, so I have 2 more years of college, and I will take the things that I've learned from this class because I know that I'm going to have to speak in front of an audience more as I'm progressing in college, as well as outside of college. When I get into my career, I'm going to have to be speaking to people all day, giving presentations and things of that nature. Also, want to thank Professor Nikolai for all the assistance and feedback and all the valuable information that he gave to me and the rest of my classmates. He was a really great professor, and this course was really fun, especially having him as my teacher. But yeah, thank you. This is my reflection speech. Have a good day.